Hey everyone, welcome to Win the Day, 5 minutes in the Bible with me, Pastor Nat. Our mission here at Back to the Bible is to move you closer to God today than yesterday. And to help you do that, today we're going to talk about the danger of forgetfulness. Forgetful. I can be pretty forgetful. I forget where I put my wallet. I lose track of my keys all the time. My phone is constantly running away. Thankfully, I have this watch that helps me locate it again. I am thankful, though, to say I have never forgotten my wife's birthday or our anniversary. But what about you? What are the things that you forget? To forget is to be human, but sometimes our forgetfulness turns into open disobedience. And this is the story of humanity. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a moment and go back to the Bible to learn more about our story. Jeremiah 44 contains an astonishing snapshot of a people whose forgetfulness leads to disobedience. Again and again, I sent my servants, the prophets, to plead with them. Don't do these horrible things that I hate so much. But my people would not listen or turn their back from their wicked ways. They kept on burning incense to these gods. Why provoke my anger by burning incense to the idols you have made here in Egypt? You will only destroy yourselves and make yourselves an object of cursing and mockery for all the nations of the earth. Have you forgotten the sins of your ancestors? The sins of the kings and queens of Judah? And the sins you and your wives committed in Judah and Jerusalem? God said through Jeremiah, "Have you forgotten? Again and again I send people to remind you of who I am, to remind you of where you come from and what will happen if you continue down this path." You see, we truly are forgetful people. If you take the time to read Genesis through Malachi, you see this cycle. People are near God, but they walk away. They forget God. They sin. They remember God, so they cry out to God. God rescues them. God reminds them. And then the process repeats over and over again. You see this coming and going with God. The story of Hosea provides a powerful picture of God's love for us despite our forgetfulness and our rebellion. Hosea's wife, Gomer, she leaves him to be an adulterer. Yet what does God say? Go get your wife. You love her no matter what. But then God continues by saying, this is just like my creation. I love my creation. I love my people. But they cheat on me. But I am still here. I still love them. Won't they just come home to me? Friend, this is the story of mankind. We were intimately created. We are spiritual because we are made in God's image. But we're sinful. And as you now know, we're terribly forgetful. And yet God loves us. He sits at the door waiting for us to return. We may cheat, but God is faithful. So this is my challenge for you. Ask yourself, where have I been unfaithful to God? How is it that you have been forgetting your first love, God? If you're like me, you will probably begin by saying, let me count the ways. How many times, how many ways have I forgotten my true love? Have I cheated on God? Take some time and reflect and then admit it to God. and then come home again. God loves you, all of you, even the worst parts of you, because He has forgiven you and made you clean. We all forget. It's who we are. But thankfully, God is there to remind us and call us back home again. If you're ready, let's go home together. When we do this, we will win the day.